Girl, your tracks are showing.
Good morning, cherub.
Good morning, Heather. But don't worry, because I'm going to teach you how to install them so they don't slip all day, how to properly cut them to fit your haircut, and how to style them so you don't look like you just walked off the set of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 3. I'm going to show you how to do everything like a pro. Am I a pro? No, but here's my resume. Let's start. I have a very unique method on how to apply them. I'm whispering because my neighbors know. There's a little time travel going on because the haircut happened like January 1st or something, and it is currently February. So first step of custom cutting your extensions is knowing how to put them in for the most coverage. So this is my natural hair length right now. Obviously it's curly, but I chopped it right before the new year and it's like right at my areolas. And so I feel like this technique is great if you have a little bit longer hair because you want to use the layers in your hair as layers. Let me explain. I see a lot of girls like try to put the extensions as high as possible because they think it's gonna hide their layers when you could just be working with it and pretending that these are layers of your long hair. Does that make sense? Use as much of your natural hair as possible. What that means is we're going to start placing the extensions as low as possible. So what you're gonna need to apply these extensions are some hair ties. I picked colorful ones so that you guys can see them better, but you want to use hair ties that match your hair color. Obviously a brush, a comb, and a little clip. I will link down below these exact extensions for you girls. The color, the length, and everything. I got the most dense possible choice because I knew I was going to cut into them. I didn't want to get lighter in terms of grams hair because I knew regardless I was going to have to cut them. And so imagine getting light extensions and then cutting them down, there'd be nothing left. So that is why I went with the most dense hair. I'm trying to just like hit some main Q&A points. Now let's get into it. So the first extensions we're going to be applying are the 3 wefts because they fit on the nape of my neck. And to hide my short hair, I'm going to put these on upside down and using these little ponytails as anchors, kind of how beaded weft extensions are put in. They hold up all day without pulling or sliding, without the need of teasing. And honestly, if I know I'm gonna wear my extensions multiple days in a row, I'll just leave these hair ties in after I take my extensions out. So what this does is that when I pull the extensions forward, it hides the short layers. Obviously, I still need to apply the rest of the extensions. If I didn't do this, when I pull my hair forward, you would just see my short layers and then the extensions. Then I'm taking the other 3 weft and sandwiching it right on top of the same section. And the hair, my short hair, is really well hidden, even though it's like peeking out right here because it's sandwiched right in. It's like for discreet.
Next section. For the nape of the neck, I did pick a thicker section because it was holding 2 wefts, but for the next section above that, I'm taking a thin section, splitting it in half, and then tying into 4 little sections. Be careful when you're tying the elastics because you can get some hair tangled in there, which will make this process very messy when you want to undo these extensions.
Next, you're going to be putting in your 4 wefts. They have 2 different lengths, even though they're the same clip amount. So you want to use your widest one first because obviously our head is round, and here at this midpoint that we're clipping it, it's probably the widest it is, and then as we work up it's getting more narrow and more narrow, right? This is very important to be mindful of because when we cut our hair, I've already cut my hair, you're going to need to place these exactly in the same area every time. Otherwise you're gonna have like random choppy layers if you put them out of order, right? Because we're doing the 4 weft, I did 4 little ponytails, but we're not doubling up on this one. Now the same thing, just a little bit up, doing the other clip.
Using the end of a rat tail comb will save your life. Make sure to thoroughly comb each section before tying it so that you have your hair laying flat. That way the extensions don't have any hair poking out and up.
All right, so we've got all our really thick, chunky extensions in, and if I do say so myself, they look really seamless. So now we're left with 2 clips, and I cut the third 2 clip into a 1 clip. I just feel like it's nice to be able to blend in your base framing layers with a 1 piece like this. And obviously I've already cut my extensions. Once you've cut your extensions, you're gonna have a very obvious left side and a very obvious right side because there's gonna be some face framing situation going on. But this is pretty much the same except we're going to be placing these closer to our face. So when you're doing these front ones, you want to pull the hair back like this and tie the hair tie back here so that in case like your hair gets flipped around or you're playing with your hair, the ponytail doesn't get exposed, right? So like the further back, the harder it is. And for this section, I'm just doing one. I've also done 2 ponytails, but because it's such a small section, I feel like it's fine.
Make sure to make this section the exact width of your hair extension so that you can clip it at the very end. I've done it before where my section is a little too narrow and the clip doesn't actually clip on my little hand-tied weft. And for the single weft, you want to make sure to not put it right up by your hairline because that's where you have baby hairs. And if you try to anchor a hair extension in this, it could potentially pull because this hair is not as strong as obviously your long hair is.
That is my personal method for how I clip in my extensions, the order and everything, and I feel like they look so good, right? Obviously this is after customizing the cut to fit my exact haircut and everything, but yeah. So now we're gonna go into the haircut tutorial. Because we're gonna be chopping it, I need my real hair to be straight and kind of see the vision. So I'm just passing an iron over it. If it blends straight, it'll definitely blend with a wave or a curl or a crimp or whatever. I'm just using a T3 flat iron. I have not worn extensions since maybe 2020 maybe, because I had my blonde summer. I bleached my hair off basically, and then I dyed it black, and then while I was waiting for it to grow out naturally, I just popped in extensions, you know, to feel more feminine because my hair was like at a really awkward length and it just was not the vibe. I also now recently have loved shorter hair. It's giving classy, it's giving Rachel Green, which is kind of my vision for the short hair, but I also just love a change. Normally I would use these cutting scissors, but I did see that for some reason it works better with the blade because you need a lot of texture. But I think for the initial length chop, I'm just gonna use the scissors. So I'm kind of going for the length of hair that I used to have when I had black hair. So I'm thinking about that length.
I definitely started off with a little bit longer and then eventually I ended up cutting a little bit more length off.
So to cut this, I'm just cutting up into it. That way it's not super duper blunt, but I do still want it to be nice and thick at the bottom. Now I'm going to start at the front and blend in my face framing layers with this one clip right here. And I'm going to use my razor for this. So we're gonna start like right here and pull it all the way down, finding the next extension and following that gradient down. So here's the next extension and I'm going to keep going. And that already made a world of a difference. I think I'm gonna do half and half so you can see the actual difference. Next section, and then from here on out I'm just gonna take horizontal sections, brushing them gently until I find the length of my hair here, and then blade cutting down. And you're cutting your real hair on your head, you can pull it at different angles, but I don't know why. I think it's because your hair extension hair doesn't grow in different angles. You're only supposed to pull it down. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm gonna cut a couple more sections with you guys and then I'm just gonna keep going until I'm done. Again, I don't want to cut off too much because I do get crazy with the layers and cutting a lot of density out of the hair. So finding my natural hair length and then shaving some off. And already guys, look at that blend right here in the front. Looks much better. I'll probably just be really focusing on top extensions more than anything because I don't want to get too thin in here.
So essentially you're leaving the bottom 3 clip wefts mainly untouched because that's going to leave you with a lot of the bulk and thickness at your ends, and you want to thin out the 4 clips closest to the top layers in your natural hair. That's really the only area that needs to be a little bit of a blending transition area between your natural hair and the yummy, thick, delicious extensions. Also, I recommend going a couple inches down from your short layers. That way, these extensions can still work as your hair continues to grow, which I think is the ultimate goal of extensions. It's kind of like a protective style that allows your hair to look really good while you're waiting for it to grow out naturally. I just kept kind of tousling my hair to reveal areas that needed to be a little bit more blended. As far as the razor, I actually recommend going in with an older razor. That way it's not cutting super sharply, because obviously you don't want to be taking off too much thickness in these extensions since it doesn't grow back. So this was maybe a razor that I've used a handful of times, and it definitely was not as sharp as it used to be, which is perfect because it's leaving my hair soft and textured without being blunt, choppy, and like cutting off too much.
I definitely think don't leave it like flat.
No.
Or not flat, but like
Straight. Oh, I'm adding layers.
you know how your hair is like not all the same length?
Yeah, I'm adding
That's all I'm
layers.
saying.
This is all like layers. See the difference between this side and this side? This is like, okay, you can see where my hair starts and where this starts, and then this is like a little bit more grainy.
Yeah, I like this side better.
Here I am looking at it in the back because I have a mirror at the back of my office so that I could see if it looks natural when I have all my hair in the back, because obviously we don't always have our hair neatly parted in half on both shoulders. Once I was satisfied with the overall layers, I actually took the extensions out of my hair and I put them on a stable surface so that I can make sure that they're symmetrical on both sides. This also makes it easier to see where I have a section of hair that's all one length. I want it to be very textured and softly layered. This is actually the 4-clip weft that goes on the bottom, and the top 4-clip weft is going to be thin, but don't let that scare you because this is our transition piece from our short hair to our long hair. So you're not going to want it to be super duper thick, otherwise your layers are going to look very obvious and chunky. As for the 2 clips, I just set them side by side to make sure that the layers start at the same exact place on each side. And now we're going to style the extensions. So I'm really lazy. This is a lot of hair and I am not going to blow dry 360 grams of hair plus my own. No man. When I wash these, which is not as often as my own hair, I've only washed them once since getting them a month ago, and I will probably maintain that. I'll wash them and apply products, hydrating products, protecting products, healing products. Touch them up here and there, but I'll only like fully style them once, and then I will maintain it with overnight blowouts. When I'm not using them, I'll just pack them up with some rollers in there. That way, every time I take them out, they're perfectly ready to wear. I didn't do that this time. It's kind of perfect because now I can show you how I style my hair the proper way. You should probably section each section and do it that way. Taking the bottom chunk that I sandwiched 2 extensions with, take this. Oh, you want to apply heat protectant. The heat protectant that I'm currently liking is the Redken Acidic Color Gloss. It's like hard to get the whole thing in the shot. So I take this curling iron. I can link it for you guys. I just got it at the grocery store, but it's nice and big to get that blowout vibe. And I'll take each side of my hair and I'll split it into 2 and I will curl it. So there goes my hair. I'm just gonna let that fall out. And the thing about extensions is that they definitely do not hold a curl as well as our natural hair. And I'm just gonna put in a roller. Actually, you could probably just clip it with clips. I think the rollers give like a nice soft look, less of a curled vibe. Yeah, I can barely even find my hair. I'll do both methods so you can see the difference. But our natural hair holds curl a lot better. So sometimes when you curl your hair and extensions together, it looks a little obvious because your natural hair will be a tighter curl and then the extension will be super duper loose. In natural hair, it would be the opposite, where the curl would usually be looser up at the top and tighter at the end. So I don't really worry about it down here as much, but when I get to the top, I definitely try to use bigger rollers, use less heat on my natural hair so that it's less curly. I have a whole video on this on my Instagram and TikTok about how I curl them together, but it's really simple. I just kind of start from the middle, work my way down, and then get all the way to the top. I'm gonna keep curling the extensions. I have definitely taken the time to section each part of the extensions better, curl them, taking more time and putting each section in rollers, and that definitely shows up in a bit of a tighter curl. Also, this time I'm curling away from my face, and if I want a little bit more glamorous vibe, I will curl towards my face. Definitely feel free to check out that other video on my social media to see the difference in the result, but this creates a softer, more relaxed blowout look. Also, I forgot to mention, but when I wash my extensions, I just let them air dry to reduce any heat damage. Once I take out all the pins and or rollers, it's a little bit easier to see what I need to do with my natural hair to help blend them into the curls.
I'm actually gonna curl these face framing layers.
Like I said earlier, turn down the heat on your curling iron and definitely keep the curl a little bit more loose so that it blends in with the extensions once they fall out. Also, focus on creating a bend at the ends versus starting the curl from the root.
So I just quickly ran the curling iron through. Now I'm gonna finish off with a little bit of oil. I ran out, so I grabbed this at the grocery store. This is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine. And I'm just gonna run it all over my hands and just kind of like scrunch it into the hair. You want to make sure you're moisturizing your extensions with masks and obviously oils because it doesn't produce oil, but also keep in mind that like because you're not washing it as often, they probably don't need as much oil every time. I love this, the way this looks, because when I first got the extensions I wasn't too sure how to style them. Oh, look at this scraggler. I tried curling with a smaller iron because I knew that the hair would fall out, but it just ended up looking like Utah curls. And I was like, hold on, I did not just ball out on some extensions to look like I'm from Utah. No offense if you're from Utah, not the vibe. Personally. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna show you guys standing up so you can see the full look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me next. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and give me a comment because these videos take a lot of time to film and edit. So please, please, please give me a little validation. Give me a little love. It tells the YouTube algorithm that there's something good about this video and it helps spread it to other cherubs. And honestly, we need more angels in this world. So there's your good deed for the day. Anyways, I hope you guys all have the best hair after this. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.